Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect, Bashem Rakah Quadash. My name is Yakalba from Plain Tables Camp. Now, Apostle did a video called 7 Women Shall Take Hold of One Man, will take place on this side. So, listen what the Apostle has to say.
Because what are we going to be doing in the kingdom? We're not going to be working and taking women. Women will be taken and wear our own apparel, and that's not talking about in the kingdom. Because what are we going to be doing in the kingdom? We're not going to be working and taking women. Women will be taken. We're going to be kings, and our women are going to be our princesses. Came short of saying queens. They're not going to work. They're going to have handmaids. They're going to have servants, just like we have servants. So when it says we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, meaning we're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to work. We're going to give you sex, and you don't got to have you don't got to give us money. We'll get our own money. It said only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Because what is a woman? A woman is a walking, talking incubator. That's all she is a baby machine. A sex symbol and a baby machine.
Like the apostle said, they're not going to require you to be 6 feet tall, has 6 inches, have a 6-pack abs, 6 figures. That's the 666s they talk about online. It's going to be so evil and demonic, and it's going to be very easy for you to die or be captured or killed, that they're going to submit. All right, and this is only under the threat of no choice, by the way. So to take away our shame, that's what reproach means. Now I'm gonna jump to 27:49, and I have minute 51:14 also. So let's go to 27:49. The link could be in the description box. 27:49.
Men of the house were mobbed up. They knew that they passed it down to their sons. It says the male population are in search of a ruler, the woman in search of a husband. And there's going to be a shortage of men. So it's going to have to be that way, that a man's going to have many women. The verse, therefore, represents an episode in that scene of anarchy. Anarchy. What does anarchy mean, y'all? I'm gonna let y'all answer it. What does anarchy mean? Because that's what this government and governments around the world slowly becoming an anarchy.
Anarchy. All right. Now I have let's see. Let me see. I have a few clips here. Pilot dies. All right, right there. Right here, anarchy. All right. So for you swole jakes out there, and you women that think this is the image of protection. All right, it says, yes, let's let it play. Where are we at? Mute.
Damn, girl, you fine as hell. Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Fuck out of here. All that muscle ain't stopping a bullet, buddy.
All right, it's just a skit. It's not real. It's just comedy on YouTube. I think you get the point. Let's let that play again.
Damn, girl, you fine as hell. Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Fuck out of here. All That muscle ain't stopping a bullet, buddy.
Right? That's the anarchy the apostle was referring to. Was part of it anyway. Here's Elder's video. All right. We'll play a little bit more.
Which has been the main burden of this prophecy. Prophecy means it's going to happen. So Isaiah chapter 4 is yet to happen. Because the commentators would have told you, well, this happened during the time of the Nebuchadnezzar. No, it don't say that. Let us be called. Let thy name be named over us. The wife bore the husband's name, but only it would seem in such designation as Sarah or Sarai or Sarayah, which means my princess. The Lord said, nope, her name is going to be Princess, Abram's wife. It says now Sarayah, I'm going to read it right in the Hebrew. Abrams, or Abram's wife, bore him no children, and she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. So now when you read the rest of this script right here, Hagar had no say. There was no woman's right, Me Too movement. You know? Sarah said, I can't have any children. I'm at an advanced age where I definitely can't have any children. So you're going to lay with my husband. And Abraham laid with Haggai and had a child. But she wasn't supposed to get emotional, but she got emotional because she probably saw Hagar rubbing the belly and feeling that this is really my child. And it doesn't go into detail, but Sarah had to be putting her foot out so she can fall, smacking the shit at her, throwing shit at her. And they showed you that in the movie 12 Years a Slave with the black girl that was picking more cotton than men, and the slave master was popping her, and the mistress of the house knew about it. So when it's time to get cookies, she was giving cookies out to the rest of the slaves and said, no, you don't get none. And I think one time she knocked her in the head. She popped her a couple of times. Inside joke.
All right, so what we got here? You said there was no women's rights back then, so you have reason why we shouldn't go to war. Because this is I guess the worst of the women. I know women can shoot, but But for the most part, women are not really competent warriors. This is why they're going to have to seek that man, because the thugs that they're sexually attracted to are going to be wiped out. They're going to be in the prison camps and they're going to get lit the hell up. So let's watch the clip. It's an old clip. You should have already seen this.
Oh, yeah.
Back up. Put the gun down. Back up. Put the gun down. Back up.
That's not good.
Back up. You got.
Oh, yeah.
Back up. Put the gun.
I think the pepper ball was supposed to go farther, but it didn't. She shot it too close. But you get the point. Not really competent. All right, and that's an example, and this is not an exaggeration. All right, but women will try to deceive you and make you believe that it is. They're not really fit for war. All right, this is what you call a microcosm of a macro issue. All right, that women believe that they're in charge. They can do the same thing a man can do. All right, they're gonna find it out when Isaiah 4:1 takes place. 4:1 and 2. And we're gonna play a little bit more, and then we're gonna jump up to 51:14. Well, I'm gonna go to this commentary and read through it.
So that's what, that's what Sarah was pretty much doing to Hagar. But then a miracle took place where she had given birth at an advanced age in her life. And then she laughed at it. Angel said, "You're going to have a child next year, this time." I believe she was 89, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe 90, she had the child, if I'm not mistaken. And she laughed within herself. And the angel picked up on it because angels can read your mind. And but then she lied on it. She said she lied. The angel said, "Why did you laugh?" He said, "I didn't laugh." But she got simple. She didn't know that she was dealing with an angel. So because you laughed, you're gonna call his name laughter, which is Yatazakak. Not Yatazaquat, quat, Yatazakak. To take thou away our reproach. So we read the definition of reproach, right? If a woman is 25, 26, 27, 30, she ain't got no man, she's with different men, relationships last 3 months here, 5 months there. She had one good one that lasted a year and a half, but it broke up. When they have those gatherings, family gatherings, they looking at her sideways. She feeling like shit. There's this one woman now, live where my woman lives. She's Simeon, right? And she got a younger sister, and her younger sister, she's on her second or third child. And and she's the older one. She ain't got no child. So I talked to her younger sister. I said, "What about your sister? When is she gonna get babies?" "Oh, well, she's got problems with what do you call it? Fibroids." And I'm positive. And she saw me. She said, "How you doing?" She real nice. And I was going to tell her, when you're going to have kids, just to strike up a conversation. And I was going to tell her, "Look, you ask the Most High to give you kids, and you go to the doctor, you go to the herbalist or whatever, because you can get rid of them fibroids." That's a tongue twister to me. So she can have children, because you can see it in her face. A woman does not feel like a woman if she don't have any children.
Yep, that's true. This is why men, they get comfortable, and then, you'll get her pregnant when you get really comfortable. All right. Now, what I wanted to get, the commentary, 4:1. It says, "And in that day, the chapter division wrongly separates the verses from the foregoing. It comes as the climax of the chastisement of the daughters of Zion." All right, as the companion picture of 3 and 6, as men sought eagerly yet in vain a protector, so women would seek for a husband. Those who had been wooed and courted and had been proudly
fastidious,
very attentive and concerned about something, should supplicate an eager rivalry. The 7 women of one man implies a land depopulated by war. All right. So I think they're saying that these two should go together, 3 and 6 and 4 and 1, if I'm not mistaken. So depopulated by war. And let me just put this, go back to what they're attracted to. Robbery went wrong. You should have already seen this clip. That's it got this damn music on this, so damn. All right, that's who they're attracted to. All right, got the name brand clothes. Got I guess they think it's a man. Yeah, it didn't go the way they thought it was gonna go. Yep. Here we go there. Yep. They come in there regulating, and they the ones that got regulated. There you go. What up? Time to slide. That's the nigga music right there. All right, so let's go back to that commentary. All right. 7 women to 1 man implies a land depopulated by war, and so making polygamy neutral. All right.
Polygamy.
It says practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. It's more than one wife. It's 7 women to 1 man. And that chick, I did the video with Ebony character. She said in colleges that women outnumber men 7 to 1. Coincidence, right? That's the exact words. You go to the previous video with her face on there. I believe she's wearing green. She said that 7 to 1. So that's a coincidence, right? So it's for the protection of marriage, all right? Because you're not going to have any protection. There's a thing going around, oh, you don't get protection if he don't own you or you're not in a relationship. You're damn right. And you have women on, mainly black women, and I think you have some Edomites too, complaining that this shouldn't be, and it is. It's scriptural. There you go. It says it right there. I hope you can see that. Blow it up a little bit more. Yeah. It says, do I have my highlighter or no? Oh, yep, got the highlighter. Computer crash, had to reinstall Windows, so everything's almost back to normal. It says, and 7 women to 1 man implies the land depopulated by war, depopulated by men being in concentration camps, dying from different diseases, and sliding and getting fucked up, falling through and getting fucked up by people, law enforcement, opportunists. So it's going to be a shortage of all of the thug dudes, the Tupac Shakurs and Bone Thugs and Drakes. Their numbers are going to be greatly reduced. All right, ASAP Rockies and we had your Bad Bunnies. They're gonna disappear. All right. So we got. It says to take away our approach, better and imperative. Take thou away the reproach that is of being childless. Yeah, we done videos and done. What scripture says that she shall be saved and childbearing. You making it out on a man's ticket. All right. So I was reading, the apostles read up here. It says, Cambridge Bible. It says, the companion picture of Isaiah 3:6. The male population are in search of a ruler. When you read 3 and 6. The woman in search of a husband. Now, the feminist point would be on her terms, but the thing is, biblically, it's not going to be ever on a woman's terms. It's going to be on the elect man's terms. Because if you are the elect, then you're in a privileged position. But you can spot a 2/3 just by the way they talk. I'm referring to the women. All right, they start making rules, guidelines, start setting up standards on which are worldly standards, not biblical standards. You would have to, if you were a woman of Yahweh Shai, then you could be able to spot an elect man. You would have the wherewithal to do that. But most women don't. They're not of the elect. They don't have the spiritual eye to see. Because they all pick wrong, right? They all say these men they're not providers anymore, or some shit like that. And you get with them. Well, you already knew he wasn't a provider, or you thought he was, or you didn't care. So your eye is not that good. All right. It says the verses therefore represent an episode in that scene of anarchy, which has been the main burden of his prophecy. All right. So anarchy, let me click that. It says a state of disorder due to disturbance or non-recognition of authority or other controlling systems. yeah, you're gonna have different murders, capturing, billings. That's gonna be taking place because of pride, because of sins. Cities gonna be cut off. Grocery stores are gonna be closed down, and they're gonna have food lines. They're gonna have line. They'll have lines for everything. All right, or deliveries. All right, the vision I had, there was a big ass line. All right, and I was in the line, but I got out of the line. All right. So the male population are in search of a ruler, the woman in search of her husband. The verse therefore represents an episode in that scene of anarchy. All right, of anarchy. Crane right there. And people, let me read the verse. It says, you can see that. It's Isaiah 4. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name. And I did a video on this before. Take hold. I said this is like an aggressive word. It says, chazak. All right. To be firm, to be caught fast, secure. Let's see. All right. Press, urge. All right. So women are going to be extremely desperate. All right. They're not going to care about. Let's where that video at. It says reason why. No, not reason why. It says pilot dies after plane crash during gender reveal party in Mexico. All right. So I'm liking this into marriage. They shall marry and given in marriage. All right. They're not going to require you to go to the state and had Satan sign you up for a contract with the state. Yeah, because the Lord wasn't with that. The Lord, Yahweh Shah, was not with these celebrations. All right, oh baby. Now, it's just a gender reveal, but I'm liking it into being given in marriage in those days. And she'll marry, she'll be given in marriage. Let me get the precept.
You know, she got a smile, but like a half a smile, and it's like a disgrace because her baby sister got children. When they get together, the women come over, they come with their children, and she's with a boyfriend or whatever with no children. Like I said, it don't affect men. Men don't give a shit. They say, yeah, it's all right. But in the kingdom, we all gonna have children. We're gonna have so many children. We're gonna have thousands upon the Isaiah 60 says a nation. Is every time we turn around, you got 10 daughters and 17 sons that just got born. We're gonna name them and all of that.
So Matthew 24. 37. They're not going to require you to, or you got to You gotta get married in 6 months. Marriage minded. Don't waste my time. Usual. Matthew 24:36. But of the day and the hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels in heaven, but the Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were, because the flood is about to come. Yeah. That's going to be what? Martial law. Cities being cut off. Food rations going to be in long ass lines. All right. Concentration camps. A draconian system is being implemented. All right. And that's why we're training right now. We having the experience to be able to withstand that. And we're doing that by the Holy Spirit. All right. Because there's no way that any food you saving up or a physical skill you have is going to, you're not going to be able to survive that. That's coming. That's why we read in the scriptures, doing these videos, and spiritually preparing our minds to endure these things. And the Lord's going to give us grace. Yahushua is going to give us grace. For as in the days of that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So you're still going to have simple asses getting married, having children, not thinking about the destruction, the impending danger. All right. And again, and she requires you to go to the state. Well, this is in Mexico though, but she requires you to go to the state and get a license. All right, to make her an honest woman in Babylon. All right. Obviously, no, we're not going to do that. That's stupid. All right. But these feelings are going to disappear. All right. Because of the lack of bread and because of the lack of men and protection. All right. They're going to be extremely desperate in that day. All right. And a lot of them are going to be put to death anyway because they're not right. Most of these women's minds they're totally gone. There's nothing you can do. All right. It's literally impossible to salvage the majority of them. That's why the Lord has an elect, which is a small number of men and women that are going to come out of Babylon. All right. It says, let's go to the pulpit. All right. Commentary. I didn't pre-read this, so I don't know what it's gonna say. It says, 7 women shall take hold of one man. Companion picture scripture of 3 and 6. As there in the evil time of God's judgment, the disparaging men are represented as taking hold of a receptacle man, him their judge. It's the 3rd chapter. So, no, respectable.
Respectable.
Yeah, respectable. Man. All right. Take hold, press, urge, be our leader. All right, so the women are going to be doing the same thing. So now the despairing, despair, the complete loss or absence of hope. All right. Oh yeah, it's going to get bad because everything's like kind of cool now. You know, you can still go to the grocery store, still go to your little Chick-fil-A's and Chipotle's and eat and all that. I mean, but it's going to come as a shock when all that shit stop. You can't go and drive on the road. Your life just changed. It says, respectable man. So now the despairing, having no hope. Now the woman that has no hope will take hold of such a man and request him to allow them all to be regarded as his wives. All right. Not having hope. All right. Because I can't even describe in the words how bad it's going to be. All right. You're going to have military vehicles in the streets. You're going to have summary executions. All right. Kidnappings. People going to disappear. there has been such a destruction, men are become so scarce that no otherwise can women escape the shame and reproach of being unwedded and childless. So this has to be talking about so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, because the main one that tout the feminism is, well, you got the Southern Kingdom, and then you got the white woman, the Caucasian Edomite cave woman. She's like next in line, that independent, push marriage and having children off until late 30s or late 20s. All right, so but the main one is the Southern Kingdom women. All right, so-called black women. It says, and there has been such a destruction, men are become so scarce that no otherwise can women escape the shame and reproach of being unwed and childless. So this definitely was not talking about back then, because women were still getting married and being under the authority of their husband. So this is a future prophecy. When Isaiah said this is like lunacy. Being like women being unwed, it's like that was a thing that was unheard of. But now you can clearly see that this prophecy is definitely going to come to pass during our time. All right, not in the kingdom. Right now, this is going to take place during this time period. All right. Says see a little bit more. Says no otherwise can women escape the shame. I mean, if you can't see that this is, we already knew this. No, but this is just solidifying the point, so you can see it. That other so-called scholars have come to the same conclusion, and we didn't know about this. We didn't read this and then figure it out. We just looked up the meaning of the words and put precept upon precept, line upon line, and found out, and then we cross-referenced it with the laws, the temperament of women and men today. Like this is happening. This is going to happen in the future. All right. This didn't happen in the past. This is happening now. This is going to happen in the future. All right, in our lifetime. All right. That in the destruction is going to be so bad, men are become so scarce that no otherwise can women escape the shame and reproach of being unwed and childless. This is 100% talking about the black woman and the other women of our tribes. All right. Our own bread we will eat. They do not ask him to support them. And this is the exact opposite of how the women are acting right now. You got to have the 6 6s, which is a satanic number, or the 3 6s. All right, they're not going to care nothing about that. All right, they ain't gonna care if you short, skinny, fat. If you appear to be of the elect, and a lot of them, because they don't have the spiritual perception, they're gonna get tricked. You're going to get tricked by a dude with a belly shirt garment and fringes on it, wearing purple or wearing all black. Telling some, it don't mean to grape, it means to manipulate. Deuteronomy 22 says, they do not. Who is this talking? This has to be talking about our women. We're going to go with, let's go with green. They do not ask him for support. What Janet Jackson, ain't nothing going on but the rent. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. They do not ask him to support them. They are able and willing to support themselves, obviously with the means we provide, because it's going to be no other way. But through a husband, to take thou away the imperative mood, not in infinitive, our reproach. All right. Then it goes into regard you misfortune if you didn't have children. Yeah, if you weren't married. All right. So this is 100% referring to our women. They have the attitude that they don't need a man. If they do get a man, you have to provide 100% of everything, and they take no orders from you at the same time. It's a hell of a deal. All right. You provide everything for them, but they don't listen to you whatsoever, and they can do whatever they want, and they can do and go wherever they want at the same time. So the prophecy is that they're not going to care about support, like getting money and all that. They're just going to want protection in your last name. All right, and whatever you provide is what they're going to get. All right. So Elder 51:14, he was going into 51 minute. Let's go to that one. 51. I think he's going into Ezra's. So let's go up to 51:14.
Is running out of men. So now they're putting their women on the front line. They're drafting their women right now. So this is a bad situation. Women shall mourn. 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 16, and 2 Ezra 14. It said the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom. And I did quote Isaiah 13, a man shall be more precious than gold. That goes hand in hand with 7 women shall take hold of 1 man. Because there's going to be, the women are going to outnumber men. It said the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So there's going to be a shortage of men. I was listening to this today. I forget who said it, but I've heard it a couple of days ago, that Ukraine pretty much is running out of men. So now they're putting their women on the front line. They're drafting their women right now. So this is a bad situation. This guy, Zelensky, he's pretty much going to sacrifice his people. So guess who's going to take that over? The Russians. They're just going to take it over. There may not be no remnants of any Ukrainian people, man, or very little. Remember what happened with Benjamin? The reason why it was called Little Benjamin. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. With that, I'm going to say shalom. So we're coming to the time of Jacob's trouble. And this, 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 16, and many other precepts, Jeremiah 30, Daniel 12, and many other scriptures, hint at Jacob's trouble. And then we want that to happen. We want Jacob's trouble to hurry up and come. And the timetable would have to be right after the great chipping. There's going to be oh boy, I can't wait till they institute these chips, man, because everything's going to move lightning fast. So we almost out this bitch. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.
Jacob's trouble is 31. Or 30 and 7. Let's look up trouble. 37. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Yeah, the elect. We got Tazarah. We got straits, distress, trouble, vexer, a rival wife, narrow passage. It's very difficult. Tribulation, trouble, great cause of great trouble and suffering. All right, that's what's coming. All right, so independent reign is going to come to an end when your sins are brought before Yahweh Shai. All right. Now, what other camp is breaking down the scriptures as the elders and apostles, the great millstone, are breaking down the scriptures? All right. No other camp is doing like we do. And if they are, they get their spirit from our teachers. All right. So I'll leave that there. Hope you edified. Shalom.